Good afternoon. It's Coach Val. I was just trying to give you a little view from where I am. However, the sun went in. We weren't scheduled to have rain, but it looks like it's getting ready to do something. And I came on the side of the road because I'm en route to a homegoing. Another one, it's like the fifth one. I have been had attended, or their wakes seems like in those last month or more. And so, but nevertheless, um, we're grateful. I'm grateful to be here in the land of the living. And now all of a sudden, it's a very quiet place. A lot of people are coming. I pulled over at this park, but I wanted to at least show you a little something. But it's not as bright as it was. But there was a word that I needed to deliver to you, and I'm going to come back more extensively later. But I had preached last Sunday, and it was entitled "Arise and Be Healed." And there was a great deliverance that took place. And I knew that it was a heavy word when God had downloaded it into me because the enemy was fighting me so hard. And I'll share a little bit of that later on some of the things that had happened even prior to the night before. Um, I mean, silly things that happened that should not have happened. Excuse me, if you see me swatting, that's because these gnats are coming around, as I mentioned, just as bees are attracted to honey, so the enemy is attracted to the anointing that's on one's life, and he try to cause distractions and all kinds of things. But nevertheless, I'm on an assignment, and so you have to learn to press through, no matter what it looks like. And so, the word that I wanted to drop into your spirit, and I'll come back more extensively, and what I spoke on last Sunday, and I wanted to share it. They were supposed to videotape it and post it on YouTube. However, uh, of course, it was just a distraction. I don't know the system. They couldn't work the system. They couldn't tape it. So, but that's okay. I said I can come back and do it and have more time and to really break it down for you because I believe that even in the midst, I was still praying for you while I was preaching and ministering. That when this word gets to you, that your heart would already be prepped and prepared and to receive what God has for you. And the title was Arise and Be Healed. And I took it from John, the ninth chapter, I believe it's 1 through 9. And I talked about the pool of Bethesda. And at this pool, and you can read it before we get back, about how at this certain place in Jerusalem, um, they called it a pool of Bethesda, and it was near the sheep gate. And by this pool, there were five porches or colonnades, as you will. And people would just gather there because once a year, or whenever it wasn't once a year, you didn't know when the waters were stirred, and they believed that an angel would come and would stir the water. And in my mind, I thought all of these people, there's hundreds of people, there were sick people there, they were paralyzed, they were lame, they were blind. And I thought when the water was stirred, all of them would be healed. They would just jump in and get healed. But as I was reading and God was downloading in me, it was only one. The first one in was healed. And so I'll go into later about how what Jesus spoke to the paralytic man, and and then I have a question for you. Are you willing to be made whole? Do you want to be healed? And I'll come back more extensively, and you probably say, "What is she talking about? I'm not sick." But there's other types of sickness that we need to address. And you might say, "I'm not paralyzed." There's other type of paralyzed situations that have held you in bondage. And so today is your day of freedom. I'll be back. So I hope you stay tuned and look for me. I'll come back when I have more time to spend with you. God bless you, and you make it an awesome day. Bye bye for now.